On this next episode of Outlook TV, the Real Gays of Vancouver launch party.
The Dogwood Monarchist Society celebrates Coronation 48.
And a preview of the Ignite Festival, and much, much more.
Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay, and you're watching the Queer Magazine news show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to the other coast.
We're going to start it out in Vancouver, where it's time for another coronation.
All the queer royalty was in attendance for the 48th annual.
48?
I'm not even that old.
Shut up.
Eastside Studios in Vancouver are going to be sparkling tonight as host for Coronation 48. People from across the continent are here decked out in all their finest as Vancouver honors the current reigning monarchs and crowns our new monarchs for the 48th reign. Join us as Outlook TV has the inside scoop on all the festivities.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
Just finishing the year for Misty and Continental Breakfast. And this is their night, this is their step down, this is what they've envisioned. The new ones will be elected tonight. We have 2 candidates for Emperor and 1 for Emprex. So it should be a good year coming up.
27, Misty H. Meadow.
So this year we were very fortunate that we had the first ever Emprex, which is a gender non-binary title, which was given away last year by Jen and Tommy. And it's amazing to see this come to fruition. One of mine and Continental's goals this year was just to create a sense of just be yourself in the court, like as long as you are being your genuine self, and to see so many people in there that are not the traditional court people is heartwarming, and it means the world.
We come together, we do this together for each other, making sure that our communities stay strong and safe.
The title Emprex was created by Tommy D and Jane Smoker a couple years ago. They were an emperor and empress, and it's a more inclusive title. It's a gender neutral title, so if anybody doesn't feel comfortable identifying as an emperor or an empress, they can be an Emprex and they can still serve the community.
Currently, I'm the general manager of the Pump Jack. Prior to that, I was general manager of Steamworks. Prior to that, I was general manager of Pre-Op, and I'm an international recognized DJ.
Fantastic. Now, I've known you as a DJ for many years. What inspired you to start to run for Emperor?
I'm pretty sure it was Tommy and Jane's reign that kind of inspired me, because it wasn't something I really ever thought of. And then when I saw friends of mine that were very close to it and very, very successful, I understood that I could contribute a lot more, and I wanted to do the same.
Fantastic. Now, do you have any thoughts you've given to what you might want to achieve if you do ascend?
Well, of course, I want to achieve lots of money for my charities that I have in mind, which I'm not really ready to disclose what they are. But I do have a bunch of events planned. Myself and whoever is the Empress, I'm assuming it might be Alma, maybe, who knows. We have a bunch of things stewing in our pot that would be really good for the community.
Fundraising is like a hallmark of drag. Drag artists fundraise. They do activism, they make people laugh, they do all sorts of great things, but fundraising has always been a huge component of it. And I started with the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, so I know all about fundraising and drag. So it's just kind of like a natural progression. I've known lots of people involved in the court system, like Jaylene Time, and as like I mentioned before, Jane Smoker and Tommy D and Misty Meadows, who I served under as a princette this year. Lots of great people have just been continuing this tradition for so long, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
What inspired me? This. Meeting all these incredible people. Forming a community together. That's what's inspired me. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be a part of this. I have met people that I have never met before in my life that are coming up to me and saying, hi, congratulations, and this is who you are, and this is who I am, and wow, I'm thrilled.
I'm here celebrating my 30th anniversary.
Yes, and it's my 30th anniversary as Venus's princess as well.
Firstly, make sure you're ready for this, because it is a non-stop, constant goal. But it is not something that I would regret or take back. It is it is such a learning opportunity and such an opportunity to give back to your community and give back to people who do need it, but also just to give to your brothers and sisters in the community is so beautiful.
Assembled here before you are your fellow monarchs. They hold the imperial symbols of the office of Emperor and Empress. By accepting these,
Congratulations to the newly elected and crowned monarchs of Vancouver, BC, Canada, Emperor 48 Del Stamp and Emprex 48 Alma Beaches.
Answer, I do.
I do. I do.
Yeah!
Let's take a look at the Real Gays of Vancouver.
Outlook TV was in attendance, I hear.
Well, not only did we cover this story, but we got to host the affair.
Yeah, it's true. It was an amazing affair, and, well, largely because of us. And it was a launch party like no other, down at the Junction in Vancouver. Let's check it out.
Hey you guys, what's going on? Well, I'm about to tell you, Outlook TV is here at the Junction and we are about to witness the world premiere of the Real Gays of Vancouver. So follow along, walk with me on the red carpet, and let's watch this drama unfold.
This is the Real Gays of Vancouver.
Tonight is the launch party for the mock reality show, the Real Gays of Vancouver that you see behind you. It is, so far right now, it's a proof of concept. And normally you have a launch party when a show has been picked up, but we're having a party to get it picked up and to give back to our friends and family who've helped to make tonight happen.
Welcome to... Oh. Thank you.
I love shopping. It really brought us together. It was just what we needed.
JJ, what do you think?
Yeah.
So I jumped on stage with this character who had a voice like Vance and was super gay, and then turned out that his name is Jaden with a Y. Jaden with a Y. Very important. And I started doing Jaden with a Y all the time. I'd go to parties, people would be like, be Jaden with a Y. And then I was in Montreal one day and somebody said to me, I was in Montreal and the thought popped into my head, I'm like, who is Jaden with a Y and who are his friends? And then the idea for Real Gays of Vancouver popped into my head. So when I got back from Montreal,
I think the next step after this is, with this and the hashtag #GreenlightRGOV, we really want to get the word out so, when we're going to producers or anyone that might want to help make the show, we can show that we do have an audience behind us and people that really want to see these stories be told.
Just hoping there's not too much drama tonight, because those bitches better not kill my vibe.
I feel like I've become more my character. The character was based on myself, and it was sort of an exaggeration of me, and it's given me an excuse to be more extravagant.
Hey, I'm Chow. I just have to say I'm a celebrity stylist and makeup artist. I'm not a he or she, I'm just Chow.
I think we need to tell more queer stories, and I've always had the vision of seeing a group of LGBTQ plus friends, and that's what this show is about. Even though it's a comedy, we're telling real queer stories, and we have the full spectrum of the rainbow, and I feel really proud of that.
People always say Vancouver is a sleepy town, but a night out with us is always a wild ride. Woo! Let's go and party!
What's coming next is that we're inviting everybody to come here tonight and take pictures on the red carpet and use the hashtag #GreenlightRGOV because we really need your help to get this show picked up. So the next step is, having meetings with producers and the networks to get it picked up on the right network.
Whoa. Hey, zip it. Zip it.
Chris, Jaden.
Oh, whatever. You think I need this? I'm done.
Nobody cares.
Done.
It's time for us to take a little break.
I need more Botox injections.
Shut up, you already look young. Stop it, just stop it.
I don't want to emote anymore.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
There's one sure sign of spring around the corner, Rebecca.
And what's that?
That there's Pride fundraisers going on, like Spring Forward.
That one was for Surrey's Pride.
It's Sally. The Surrey Pride Society is celebrating their 20th anniversary this year. In order to raise money for this summer's event, the Pride Society and the court system are throwing a big party here called Spring Forward. Let's check it out.
Tonight we're doing something called Spring Forward for Pride, and it's presenting some of the entertainers that are going to be performing on stage at Pride 20 in June. And it's a fundraiser for the Pride Festival, because this year we're moving location. It's costing almost twice the amount of money to host it where we're hosting it. Spring forward, we're looking to, we've got raffles. We've got tons of raffle prizes. There's a door cover, obviously, and we'll accept donations. And it's more about promoting the Pride to the community in Surrey, because over the last 4 or 5 years, its community hasn't sort of been welcome at Pride. We're going to put the gay back into Pride, and we're going to put the trans back into LGBT.
It's going to be a great show tonight. We're really looking forward to it. We've got several of the big name local entertainers doing a drag show. We've got a door prize. We've got raffle tickets going on. It's going to be wonderful. We've been out here for 20 years. This is the 20th anniversary. And people really still don't seem to know that we're actually even here doing the Pride yet. So we're trying to get everyone together. It's going to be the biggest Pride we've ever held this year. We're moving it from Holland Park to the plaza out and behind Surrey Central. We've got SFU on board. We're going to have the big stage with some local talent. The band that's playing tonight is going to be playing at our event.
Community is growing. It's slow. We're getting a lot of really gay-friendly people coming in, which is really nice. And it's starting to become a community that actually has each other's back, because it's been very difficult. So we're building a community. We're really excited to announce that the pub next door, the White Horse Lounge, is going to go predominantly gay. It's going to be the first gay bar in Surrey. So that's amazing. And we're hoping that it's going to bring in, you know, there's a large trans community. There's a large youth community here, huge trans youth community that we work fairly close with, called Youth for Change. There is a senior community, so we want to start doing that.
From Surrey, BC, this is Ollie for Outlook TV.
Rebecca, peer into my crystal ball. The next story is appearing.
Really? I just see me getting closer and closer.
Because you're full of yourself, Rebecca.
Hello, my people. We are here at the garage in East Van where the Leaping Thespians are rehearsing, and we've just been granted VIP access. So follow along. We're going to get in.
Jamboree, 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 jamboree. Forever let us hold our pitchfork high, high, high.
This is Out Again at the Inn, which is a second installment. We did a show last year called Out at the Inn. The show is like another episode with the same characters in the same place this year. And it's the story of Mary and Marie, who leave their city jobs and move to a very small town, maybe on the Sunshine Coast or a Gulf Island, and they buy a rambling old bed and breakfast and try to make a going concern business of it. It's mostly about their relationships with the neighbors and with the guests that come to their bed and breakfast, and with the schemes they cook up to try to get more publicity and more business. We started this group like almost 20 years ago because we wanted to see some lesbian theater, and there wasn't really anything that was about sort of our modern community. So we started writing and doing plays that have lesbian content, and I think there's still a place for that. We're still kind of a cultural subgroup that wants to express our outlook on the world and that kind of thing, so we're still going strong.
I have a third entry. Oh, it was in the pantry. I must have forgot it.
I play the character of Marie. The B&B is owned by two people, Mary and Marie, and I play Marie, who is the, for lack of a better term, more feminine ditz of the pair. So she's an artistic bent person herself who just wants to make everybody be happy.
Spicy. Do you have much herbal support from?
Well, this is actually my first time working with this group and in this play, so I think you can expect a lot of laughs. I'm having a hard time containing myself just working with some of these women, so it's going to be great, I think. I'm playing two parts. I'm playing Shania and Mr. Kinley, which is a judge of a jam competition.
What would you say to young, hopeful playwrights?
That the most important thing is to just keep doing your art and even if you don't have an audience yet or you don't have the kind of distribution that you want, you're learning a lot by doing what you're doing with your art.
What would you say to a young up-and-coming LGBTQ actress?
I would just say try not to be too nervous. Just like put yourself out there, give it a go, and ask around. And I think if you just find like a really friendly group like this one, it makes it really easy to kind of come out of your shell a little bit.
I know that you should go and see Out Again at the Inn.
Wow. Doing big things, doing big things. I'm Emily Ann Fraser. You're watching Outlook TV Vancouver.
Angus is heading off to the Junction in Vancouver for Absolutely Dragulous.
It's the 8th anniversary, so I want to see your driving gloves on, ladies, so you arrive in style for this venue and affair.
We're at the Junction nightclub in Vancouver's Davie Village for the 8th annual Absolutely Dragulous show. We're going to go inside and meet the amazing host and star, Carlotta Girl, to see what she has planned for us tonight. Let's go.
Yeah, we're excited. It's Carlotta's 8th anniversary. You know, she keeps pulling out the stops year after year. She's got a great show lined up, a lot of great guests, and a couple surprises.
Designer slash best friend in the whole world, Tracy Cole, TLC, made this.
Oh.
She's my designer, and she did an amazing job with my costuming tonight. You're gonna love it.
She always does.
She always does. She always knocks it out the ballpark. I surround myself with an incredible group of creative individuals. We have some of the best performers in the city, lots of drag kings, drag queens, and drag things. The best of everything we can find in the city we put into this show. We try to have a lot of comedy, humor, impersonation, dance, theater. So there's a lot more that goes into it than just what you see with the naked eye.
Dear bestest friend and dearest sister, Leah Vendetta. Say hello to us.
Hi.
Hi, great. And you're here for Carlotta's big show tonight?
Absolutely, we're doing a duet. It's been such an honor to be invited to do it. We're very excited.
It's a huge, huge night. We have drag royalty, the queen of the strip, Carlotta Girl, celebrating 8 years of her hit show, Absolutely Dragulous. Why could I not be in an incredible mood? I would follow Carlotta to the ends of the earth, and she does believe there's an end of the earth. She's like a flat earther, because she's not that bright, but what she does not have in brains, she makes up for in longevity and talent.
I'm coming into my 25th year of drag, and yeah, I've been basically by her side since the beginning, and it's just been incredible, and I'm so happy for her. She deserves this so much. She's a legend.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt in Vancouver's Davie Village.
We're going to have to take another little break now.
Rebecca and I are going to try something wild and switch sides.
Oh, it's so wrong.
Oh, I'm scared. Go back, go back.
I'm Carlotta Girl, and you're watching Outlook TV. TV that's even gayer than I am.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
Up next, we have the Ignite Festival that happens here in Vancouver.
Yeah, it's a preview of what you can expect. A lot of touching, I understand.
Intimacy and closeness. It'll really pop.
We're here today learning all about the upcoming Ignite Festival that's going to happen at the Scotia Dance Centre in downtown Vancouver. And we're here talking to some of the people that know all about it, and they're going to tell you what you can expect.
Ignite Festival is a 3-day festival where men can come together, and there's a number of different workshops that are organized by different facilitators, and they come together, and the workshops are all about men connecting, using their bodies, using their speaking with their emotions, with their hearts, with their spirit. It's really about all different ways of connecting.
Could you tell us a little bit about the inspiration for this whole festival?
I went to Berlin in 2016 and I attended the Stretch Festival. And so I thought this has to happen in my part of the world, and no one else was going to do it. So I decided to make one here.
So this is an opportunity for queer identified men to come together and learn from each other and with each other some new ways besides the usual obvious sexual encounters, other ways of being intimate that can expand our repertoire of ways we might want to be with our friends and lovers.
How does someone that's not that comfortable with that level of intimacy get comfortable and get into it?
That's actually the brilliance of this kind of format, because it's kind of a smorgasbord of a variety of ways for men to be together. Each one is clearly described on the website and the brochure, and men can pick and choose which ones they want. And the range of intimacies is, from not very intimate, like more talky, to more intimate and touchy-feely and more erotic, and so that men can pick out what they want and see what's in their safety zone, and we're encouraging men to just try out what feels within their comfort zone.
I walked into it having no idea really what to expect. I went to the website, I read the descriptions, and I'd never really experienced anything like that. So I went in with an open mind, and I came out just filled with such positive energy and wanting to explore so many of these things that I just got a sample of. I feel like I learned about myself, I learned about how people connect, and I learned things that I was able to then reproduce with other friends and lovers.
This year, over Easter long weekend, I'll be offering what's called the Temple of Desire. We have a workshop by Louis happening, which is the Nipple Whisperer. Brandon Anthony from LA, who's offering naked yoga.
In our kind of modern app world, if you're interested in exploring something a little deeper with a group of guys that are like-minded, that are curious, and you're willing to push your boundaries and explore and potentially find something exciting and new, come and see us. Come check it out.
This has been John Crossan with the participants of the Ignite Festival. Don't miss it. It's going to be a blast.
Sister Fancy Pants goes and checks out Queen's Care in our next story.
The 11th annual, I hear.
Excellent. What a great cause.
Right? It was all the queens in attendance performing, so you better watch this next one, Heaney.
We're at the Junction for Queen's Care 11. It's an annual fundraiser, this year going towards the Dogwood Monarchist Society. We're going to be talking to the producers as well as the talent that's in the show. Let's go find out what they have to say about Queen's Care 11.
Proceeds from Queen's Care benefit the DMS, the Dogwood Monarchist Society. So this year, the House of the Milky Way, Misty, and Continental, so they are donating all their money to the BC Cancer Foundation, the Health Initiative for Men, as well as Rainbow Refugee.
Who's performing for us tonight?
Yes, well, there's a bunch of really great performances. Joni and Carlotta will be co-hosting once again. Lots of great performers that have been in Queen's Care for years, such as Jaylene Time, but some great new performers that we haven't seen on the stage before that have a really great new aesthetic than some of these traditionally glamorous queens, some that are definitely playing on the bi-gender, androgyny, and some really good, interesting drag performers that have come on the scene lately, and so we're really excited to have them as part of the cast this year.
It's probably one of the sincerest events I do every year. It's the one closest to my heart because it means so much. I knew and was really great friends with Dinah Rose and DJ Jules, so it speaks to me the most. Dinah Rose was an empress posthumously, and DJ Jules was an emperor. So it kind of makes sense to raise money in their name for the DMS charities. Because when I first came to town, both of them really embraced me and opened their hearts out to me and made me feel like I was a part of the community when I was just a new face in town. So to carry on the tradition in their names means the world to me.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me.
This is my first performance in Queen's Care. Normally, I'm known to do a much more like upbeat, not like, little less clothing numbers, but I'll be in a full gown doing a little slower number than I'm used to, but it means a lot to me. I love to do numbers that actually mean something to me.
That's the glory of love.
What an amazing show. I had such a great time. This is Sister Fancy Pants for Outlook TV at the Junction in Vancouver, BC.
That's all the time we have for this episode of Outlook TV, but we'll be back before you even know it.
And we're also connected digitally because we're cool and we're hip. So you can connect with us on all the social medias, or if you want to volunteer with us, because, you know.
Why wouldn't ya?
Shoot us an email at OutlookTV.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay.
Stay fabulous, Canada.